Have you ever asked yourself how the relationship actually works? Or why we are not taught about relationships, right? We are taught in the school like 90% of things what we don't need, we are not going to use ever. And we don't understand how it's possible it works, right? And we actually don't need it. And we are not taught about one of the most important things in life, like to have a relationship, to be a partner, right? Well, to be completely honest, we kind of do learn how to have relationship, right? It comes from the family, from the parents. So there is the place where we see how the relationship works, where we take it as normal as it should be, and that is the place and time where our future relationship is forming. That means how we are going to have relationship in the future or current. I don't know now. In the state you are, it doesn't matter actually at all. And yeah, so from there is forming how you are going to have and perceive your relationship, and how you are going to behave, and how your partner is going to behave with you too. Interesting, right? So now my question for you is, and you have to be 100% honest with yourself, and you can keep it for yourself, you don't have to say to anyone, just the honesty is key. And that is, do you want to live the same life, do you want to have the same kind of relationship as your parents do? And really the honesty is key, because till very long I thought that my childhood was perfect, and my parents have a beautiful relationship because they are still together, they are not divorced, and that is a blessing, right, today. And when I looked back, with complete sorry, with complete honesty, I realized that I don't. They are not my model. I don't want to have the same relationship. And that's why, of course, I am happy they are together and I have full family. Just I don't want to live like that. And that is because they went through hell together. And there were really tough times, and still I don't like certain behaviors, how they treat each other. And yeah, so I decided I don't want it. I definitely don't. And this is a huge step for you to have a look and see into this. And other thing is, later on when I was teenager, I had a relationship where I didn't understand why. You know, the man looked to be good. He was older than I was, and I haven't told this to anyone yet. He was treating me like a shit. What I mean by that? Jealousy, possessiveness, right? Telling me what I can, what I can't. I was not allowed to go with my friend, female friend, to have a cola and chat in the restaurant because I was a bitch. This is what bitches do, and I were not allowed to do that. And or I was fall in love in the Latin American dances, and I still love it. Just he told me I'm not allowed to do that because this is what bitches do. And what did I do? I was crying, and when I wanted to say something, it was pointless because he immediately turned it, and it was definitely my fault. And I remember saying that just be good, behave, and everything will be fine. And he hugged me and pet me like a small girl. And I felt like a small girl that time. And I said, okay, okay. And I was crying, and I let him to behave like this and treat me like a shit for another 2 years. When I finally break up, my father came to me, and of course he didn't want to let me to break up with him, and because I'm extraordinary girlfriend, I have to tell you that. And he was talking me and wanted me to have back and it took me a lot of courage to don't go back. Um, and my father came to me and he was saying this: I don't understand how you could let him to do this to you and so long. And then he said something like, well, he said in just different language. Well, actually, I do, because you are Tsigankova. It's just my surname, so it's family, right? And that point, that time, I was like, oh my God, no, no way. Because I saw immediately, how my parents were treating each other and my aunts and uncles, you know, Christian way of raising. So that means you allow everything happen, and you should also, give another face for another slave, right? As the Bible says, just it meaning is a little bit different. And I was like, no, 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 no way. And since then, no one was treating me like this. Ever. I never allowed anyone. So what I want to say by that is really important to have a look on patterns, on behaviors, on understanding of the relationship, what you were, how you were raised, or maybe even movies. This is also there are a lot of bad kind of advices of how to have relationship. Just have a look and see certain patterns, because another thing which is very, very important and crucial in a relationship is how you treat yourself, how you think about yourself. Do you think you are worthy of love? Do you think you are worthy of having a great relationship? And so on. Having look on yourself as well, because I took certain behaviors of my mother and my father, and that led me into this shitty relationship, this toxic relationship. And of course, something changed after. Just it wasn't 100%. I still wasn't treated in or other relationships nicely, or as I wanted, as I deserved, right? Just how I perceived myself and how I was telling to myself what I deserve, even not knowingly, that was what I was getting. So when I went deeper into my spiritual path right now, and from the place I am teaching you now and teaching my clients, is that when I looked and saw and understood actually how the relationship works and what are those relationships about, it was like, oh my God, like really, really? Imagine I was like a small little girl looking at a huge, beautiful Christmas tree with full of presents. It was like, oh my God, I can talk with my ex, I can be friend with my ex, I can meet with them, I can meet with my friends and have a relationship. And I have my freedom. I really do. It's possible to have this relationship. Oh my God, that's amazing. And I met so amazing men, and they were treating me so beautifully. And I was like, oh my God, I want you. Of course, this is like, this kind of, oh, really, it exists. New doors opening, and so like, I can't say enough how it was a game changer for me. And I was treated very so nicely, even we were not in a relationship, and it was like, oh my God, and then self-confidence and how you perceive yourself is changing too. And later on, not too long after, I met the best man ever so far for me. So yeah, so he is really the best, and I can't imagine to be without him. Or of course, I mean, to have this relationship, it was so amazing to start, seeing different things, to be let him treat me like a queen, and I treated him, or I treat him as a king. And of course, we had some misunderstandings, and were some kind of small arguing. Just it gave some spark, and the way how we treated this situation was completely different, and it was the best thing what could have ever happened to me. So yes, this is what I want for everybody, because I see how people are treating each other, how they are suffering in a relationship, and sometimes they don't know, or they think it's normal. And I have to tell you, it's not. It's definitely not normal to suffer in a relationship, to do to put or to sorry, to limit yours to limit yourself too much, or let yourself to be treated like how you don't deserve. And it's very important to open yourself for this, and start learning, and start applying all about their relationships, what exists, and seeing different viewpoint and perspective, and then apply what is the best for you, how you want it, what is the best relationship model for you, because there are many. So you can choose. Yes, you can choose what you want, and you will have the same partner who will want the same, right? So it's definitely worth it to invest into the relationship, because this is a place where you are going to stay for a huge amount of time, life, or maybe the rest of your life, right? So it's definitely worthy of treating it, to nurturing it, to learning about it, right? When you are interested in something, and something is very important for you, you go and learn about it. You want to know more, the most, everything about it, right? So why not to do the same with the relationship, right? So I would only highly recommend to everybody to do that, to go for it, and just let yourself to be treated in the way you deserve. And another thing is, most of the people think that this is only for people who are in not good couple, the not good life. The couple is not happy. This is not true. You can definitely have this knowledge, have this alignment, even for the relationship which is good or great. Why to not have it excellent, right? Because there is still room to improve. There is still something what you are going to learn about yourself and about the relationship, about your partner, always. And the more you go deeper, the more you invest, the more you show that the partner, the relationship is very important for you, and it also becoming more deeper and more connected and stronger, right? Or another limiting belief about this is, I don't have relationship. It doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't. So why to not prepare? Why to not learn right now? Because, as I said, how you perceive yourself and what you think about the relationships will affect the future one. So why not prepare? Why not to form the next best relationship one you can have right now, even if you are single, all right? So definitely possible. And I would be very happy and honored and honest with you as well, in helping you and supporting you in this process, because for me it was game changer, and it is for many others, and I wanted this be for you as well. And tomorrow I'm officially opening doors into my the best training ever, the 5-star lifestyle. So stay tuned for more information, or if you have already some questions, just hit the reply or text me, and I will be happy to answer all of your questions. So for now, see you tomorrow.